Good day to you all. My name is Andre Victor Junicio, and this is PWD tackling the sector of education.
So, what kind of data is collected in this sector, sa sector ng education? First and foremost, student data like names, ID numbers, or addresses to say few examples. Of course, academic records, yung grades natin, scores natin sa exam, yun. And of course, attendance and enrollment data, kung kailan tayo nag-enroll for the term, attendance kung baka kasi di natin nakikita saan tayo pumapasok, di ba? Of course, course materials and assignments, yung syllabus natin, assignments for the week, for the next week, ganun. And of course, teacher evaluations and feedback. So we can evaluate our professors, or the professor can also evaluate us, di ba?
Okay, number 2. How is this data stored and managed in a database? So, the education for this sector, all the data like student grades, yung records at yung mga attendance, stored sila in a database such as relational database. So, what is relational database? Ito yung data structured table of rows and columns with predefined relationships between tables to make it easy to access and understand connections between different data points. So we have another one here, cloud database. So what is cloud database? It's a database na nag-store siya ng data in a cloud computing platform rather than a organization's own physical server. So basically, siya, sa cloud computing platform. We can also see learning management systems, LMS, such as Moodle, Canvas, or Google Classroom store course-related data. So, ano bang LMS? Yung LMS or Learning Management System, basically siya yung online platform that helps manage and deliver education. Through an LMS, teachers can upload lessons, quizzes, and assignments, while students can access learning materials anytime and anywhere. So basically, yung sample dito is yung ginagamit natin, Blackboard. It also allows teachers to track student progress, give feedback, and manage grades more efficiently. In short, yung LMS, it makes learning more organized, accessible, flexible for both students and teachers.
Hi! Now, let's proceed to another question. How does the organization transform raw data into meaningful information? Number 1, we have reports. Ano ba nilalaman ng report natin? Grade sheets, transcripts, and attendance summaries. So, bakit nga ba ito napasama sa transformation raw data into meaningful information? Reports are one of the most common outputs of data transformation. They summarize large amount of raw data into readable and structured format. For example, na lang po natin dito is a monthly attendance report can show not only which students were present or absent, but also the overall attendance rate of a class or school. This allows administration to identify patterns such as frequent absence in certain grade levels and take corrective measures. Ayun yung meaning ng reports natin into raw data into meaningful transformation. Now, let's proceed naman sa ating dashboard. Bakit nga ba ito napasama sa ating raw data into meaningful information? Ano ba yung nalaman ng dashboard natin? Real-time students performance, tracking, at iba pa. Dashboards, in other hand po, they provide real-time visualization of key metrics in an educational setting. A dashboard may display graduation rates, test performance across subjects, or even participation in online learning platforms, or even in face-to-face platforms. Unlike static reports, dashboard allow educators to monitor progress continuously and adjust strategies as needed. Ay yung meaning ng ating dashboard into meaningful information. Now, let's proceed naman sa ating predictive models. Ano ba yung nilalaman nito, guys? Early warning system to identify at risk of a student naman. So, bakit nga ba ito yung napapasama sa ating meaningful information? Yung predictive models naman, ito yung nag-increase being used in education to forecast outcomes by analyzing patterns in student performance, behaviors, and attendance. Predictive can identify students who are at risk of dropping out or failing. Ayun yung meaning ng ating predictive models to transform raw data into meaningful information. Now, lastly, analytics. Ano ba nilalaman nito? Insight into student engagement and learning outcomes. Now, bakit nga ba ito napasama? Alam naman natin in today's world, digital learning environment, analytics has become powerful tool for understanding and improving student engagement and learning outcomes. Ito daw yung raw data collected from classrooms learning, management system, or online assessment, and even extracurricular activities can be analyzed to provide deeper insight into how students interact with their education. At yun lang po. Salamat sa pagkinig.
So, number 4, what problems does database-driven information solve in this sector? It eliminates manual record-keeping errors. So, imbis na sa papel ka nag-record, itatype mo na lang sa computer. And possibly, automatic siya sa summarize. So, it also speeds up enrollment and grading process. By speeding up enrollment, schools can offer online enrollment. So, imbis na pipila pa, pwede ka mag-enroll online and pay online if there's any pending balance. It can also make performance tracking easy for teachers and administrators. By performance tracking, yung tracking ng students, so sabihin natin, nag-excel or may kailangan pang iangat na grade, malalaman na natin kasi nasa database na siya. Finally, it improves decision-making for curriculum planning and student support. By curriculum planning, doon natin makikita kung alin na nating need na units na i-take for the next terms. So, the schedule pala. So, sabihin natin, ayaw natin ang pasok ng Wednesday. So, pwede natin gawin yun if possible with the units na tinitake natin. And for the student support, may record doon na parang behavior ng student. Not literal behavior, like time na pagpasok niya, mga subjects na pinapasukan niya, so sabihin natin, di siya pumapasok sa mga ganong subjects or at least di siya nag-iintindi doon. Malalaman natin kung bakit. Sa paraan na, kasi pag nakita na natin yung parang parang record ng pagpasok niya, at saka matatanong natin siya kung bakit niya di siya pumapasok.
Now that we understood the importance of databases in general, let's take a look at how they are applied in real-world platforms we actually use every day. So, databases play a vital role in many educational technologies and platforms we rely on today. For instance, Google Classroom stores student submissions, grades, and teacher feedback in a database to allow quick and organized access for both students and educators. Similarly, Canvas LMS, which is widely used in universities, utilizes database to track learning, activities, assessments, and student progress through data analytics. In the Philippines, a good example is Education.ph, which connects students to schools and scholarships using stored user data. And for students in universities like UP, the computerized registration systems, or CRS, relies heavily on databases to manage course enrollments, student records, and academic histories. And closer to home, here at Mapua University, we use Blackboard LMS, a platform that manages course materials, track performance, and stores records of discussions, quizzes, and grade against, all powered by a robust database system working behind the scenes. Next.
So number 6, what are the risks or challenges of using databases in this sector? So on this slide, we're looking at the risks or challenges of using databases in this education sector. So yung first major concern natin is probably yung privacy risks. If a database gets hacked, sensitive student information like yung name nila, yung address nila, or academic records, pwede sila ma-expose through hacking. These are repeated risks because protecting personal information is a top priority. So even though databases are very helpful in education, there are also risks and challenges, diba? So another issue is security threats. For example, unauthorized people might try to change grades or access student records. There's also the problem of accuracy. If the wrong data is entered like an incorrect grade, it could seriously affect a student's record. So lastly, we have the system downtime. If the database server crashes during enrollment or exams, it can disrupt the whole school operation. That's why schools need to invest in strong security and backup.